2 years after her daughter vanished without a trace, a grieving mother opens Google Maps just to look. But when she zooms in on a random street near Bryant Park, she freezes. A girl in a pink hoodie, her daughter's hoodie, and beside her, a man she recognizes. It began like so many other mornings, quiet, routine, unremarkable. 2 years ago in Pine Hollow, Idaho, Eugene Warren, an 11-year-old girl with a bright laugh and a heart full of curiosity, left school after a baptism class. She waved goodbye to her friends, promised to meet them after dinner, and then vanished. No one saw where she went. No one heard a scream. No witnesses. No trail. Just a mother's worst nightmare, the kind that unfolds in real time and never ends. The entire town mobilized. Posters flooded every window. Search parties canvassed the woods, the churches, even the nearby canyons. The police questioned everyone: teachers, students, delivery drivers. Every lead led nowhere. Every clue dissolved into nothing. And Rachel Warren. She shattered. But she didn't stop. 2 years passed. 2 agonizing, sleepless, faith-shaking years. While her husband Daniel withdrew quietly, letting the weight of uncertainty drag him into silence, Rachel clung to hope. Not blind hope. Fierce, clawing mother's hope. She kept Eugene's room exactly the same. Brushed her daughter's hairbrush every night. And every week, she updated the missing person's website, re-uploaded photos, followed every single tip, even the ones that felt absurd. Most were hoaxes, some were cruel, all were dead ends. Until the call came. A shaky voice, no name. Just one sentence: "I think I saw a girl that looks like Eugene, near Bryant Park in New York." It wasn't much, but it was more than nothing. And more than nothing was all Rachel needed. She and Daniel packed up everything and flew across the country, landing in a city they didn't understand, chasing a shadow. They found a cheap Airbnb blocks from Bryant Park. That first afternoon, Daniel called the local precinct to confirm their arrival. Rachel sat on the sofa, laptop, open, scanning maps, checking proximity to churches, shelters, community centers. Anything that might attract a crowd. Anything that might attract a runaway. Or someone hiding a child. She zoomed in on a block called Mole Street near the park. It was ordinary, lined with apartments and a small brick church with a white cross. And there, frozen in time on a blurry frame of Google Street View, was a girl. A girl in a pink hoodie. A pink hoodie with a specific stitching pattern on the back. A limited edition jacket Rachel had bought for Eugene's 11th birthday. One of only 3 sold in their entire town. Rachel stared. She didn't breathe. Her fingers trembled as she pointed at the screen. Daniel sighed. "It could be anyone." "No," she said. "That's her, I know it." Next to the girl was a man, his back to the camera. Dark jacket, trim posture, hands clasped in front of him. Something about the shape of his shoulders, something unsettling. Rachel marked the location. Mole Street. She didn't sleep that night. The next day, they met with detectives. The lead was polite, cautious. "We'll follow up," he said. "We'll distribute flyers again." Rachel left the station feeling hollow. She didn't want bureaucracy. She wanted her daughter. That afternoon, she told Daniel she wanted to stop by the church on Mole Street. Just to pray, she said. It wasn't the full truth, but it wasn't a lie. Inside the sanctuary was silent. Candles flickered. Sunlight painted colored shapes on the floor through stained glass. A man was wiping pews near the front. He nodded when Rachel approached. "I saw someone in this area," she explained, showing the pixelated image from Google Maps. "It might be my daughter." "Have you seen this girl?" The man squinted, thoughtful. "Hard to tell, but that man with her. He looks familiar." Rachel's heart leapt. Then the side door creaked open. 2 pastors entered, deep in conversation. One of them froze when he saw her. Rachel knew him instantly. Evangelist Matthew. He had preached at her home church in Idaho just weeks before Eugene disappeared. He had performed a healing, drawn crowds, and then quietly moved on. He claimed not to recognize her at first, but when she mentioned Pine Hollow, he smiled. "Of course, a blessed gathering," he said. Something about the way he said it unsettled her. Too smooth, too rehearsed. They prayed together. When he hugged her, something shifted. He held her too tightly, inhaled too deeply, a second too long, and in his breast pocket, a photo. Hidden, folded inward. But the translucent paper gave it away, a child's silhouette. Not a sketch. A photograph. "Is that your daughter?" Rachel asked. He smiled, always close to my heart. That night, Rachel told Daniel everything. He thought she was spiraling, grasping at ghosts. But when Evangelist Matthew stepped out of his car in the church parking lot, and that familiar vanilla scent spilled out with him, Eugene's favorite perfume, Rachel didn't need proof. She needed action. They followed his car to a quiet neighborhood Airbnb. Later, they watched his assistant, an unfamiliar woman, load suitcases into the trunk. One adult bag, one child-sized. Then came the children, 4, 5, all different ages. One girl, maybe 9, blonde pigtails. Not Eugene. Rachel's stomach sank. "I was wrong," she whispered. Daniel exhaled with a mix of pity and frustration. "We need to go to the police now." Rachel nodded. She would go. But she wasn't done. As Daniel drove, she pulled up Google Maps again, re-examined the image, replayed every second, every clue, and then she walked. While Daniel waited at the station diner, she wandered near a Lutheran dormitory she had seen on her map. Just exploring, she told herself. Just waiting. Then divine timing. Matthew's assistant pulled up in the same car. She left the engine running. From the dormitory's side gate, a group of children emerged, carrying small suitcases. Quiet, obedient, and among them a girl, taller than before, hair shorter, but those eyes, that dimple. "Eugene." Rachel stopped breathing. She called Daniel. "I found her. Come now." She couldn't wait for the police, couldn't take the risk. She ran. "Eugene?" The girl turned, confused. Then her eyes widened. "Mom," Rachel sobbed as she embraced her. "It's me, baby. I'm real. I'm here." A dormitory worker looked stunned. "These children, they're from Pastor Matthew's ministry." Daniel arrived seconds later. Police minutes after that. Matthew's assistant tried to flee with the other children. Daniel blocked the car. "Don't move." Sirens howled, officers swarmed. Children were rescued. Eugene was safe. And Matthew arrested later that night, still wearing his clerical collar, still playing the man of God. But when police searched his pockets, they found the photo Rachel had seen. It was Eugene, taken after she disappeared. And it wasn't the only photo. He wasn't just hiding her. He was collecting them. Later, the truth came out. His real name, Derek Lanton. No seminary, no license. Just a master manipulator who used the church to steal children from families who trusted him. Eugene had believed her parents were dead. He told her so, showed her fake obituaries, a fake funeral, and she had mourned them, alone. Until today. That night, Rachel lay beside her daughter in a quiet Airbnb, watching her sleep, listening to her breathe. She had crossed a country, followed a blurry street image, chased a whisper in her heart that everyone told her to ignore, and it had brought her home. Rachel lay awake while Eugene slept between her and Daniel, her small hand resting lightly on Rachel's arm. She looked older now, like a girl who had seen too much, yet still somehow innocent, still hers. Daniel had apologized earlier that night, whispering it into the dark like a confession. "You were right. I should have followed you sooner. I almost let the world convince me you were wrong." Rachel hadn't answered. She didn't need to, because there were no more words required. Their daughter was alive. That was all that mattered. The police later confirmed it all. Derek Lanton, known to churches as Evangelist Matthew, had created a false identity for years, traveling the country, targeting small-town churches, gaining trust and exploiting blind faith. He collected children like trophies, hiding behind scripture, masking evil with piety. He'd been investigated in other states before, but no charges ever stuck until now. Until a mother refused to stop looking. Until a blurry Google Maps image led to the truth. Until faith turned into action. Until love refused to let go. Rachel stared at the ceiling, tears slipping down her temples onto the pillow. She thought about all the parents still searching, still hoping, still praying. Maybe they wouldn't find a clue on a screen. Maybe they'd find it in their child's drawing. A name whispered in sleep. A moment that felt off but couldn't be explained. She hoped they'd listen. She hoped they'd trust that voice. Because that voice is real. And sometimes it's all you have. If this story moved, you don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments. You never know who needs to hear them. Like this video to help bring more true stories of hope to light. Subscribe to Tim Stories for powerful real-life narratives that prove love never gives up. Turn on notifications because the next story could be the one that saves a life.